Greetings. Welcome to. It's not a festive edition, is it? It's past. It's still got New Year to come, I suppose.
Welcome to Spider-Man. No
Way home. Let's get to it.
Like, probably a lot of people have watched it, so I think there's probably going to be a couple of spoilers, but
No, we're just going full in.
warning.
Just forget about the. Normally we are quite responsible because we're professionals. We are quite responsible, Chaz and myself, and we do to remember that people have still to see the film if they haven't seen it. But in this case, it's been ages through sheer laziness. We haven't got round to. We saw it ages ago, this Spider-Man film, Spider-Man, and we haven't got round to reviewing it. But our lethargy, in a way, has given us a chance to talk about it in full and talk about the fact that not one, not two, not three, three Spider-Men appear in this film, and it's a live-action film. It's not a cartoon like the Miles Morales one.
Yeah.
So who have we got? We've got Spider-Man as he is now, Tom Holland, young Spidey.
We've got the slightly older one, which is Andrew Garfield.
Andrew Garfield, whose hair is like Bob Dylan.
And the oldest one, Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire, who in a funny scene has to get his back stretched out, because he's getting on a bit for superheroes do age, it appears. So he's quite a stiff Spider-Man, but that is the best bit in the film when, there's great bits in it where the multiple villains that come through. I should say all the original villains for all those films for ages ago, all the different kind of Spider-Man and the different villains, they all appear in it, don't you? You've got Doc Ock, who's quite funny in it. You've got, what would you call it? A Sandman is in it. Who's the other ones? Electro, Green Goblin, who's a revelation, man.
Reptile. Is it Reptile or is it something else?
Or the lizard, Kirk Connors, Dr. Kirk Connors. Cut corners as he did with his research and turned into a big lizard. Willem Dafoe is a revelation as the Green Goblin. He's the kind of most evil one in it. You'd think, with all the competition around him, we wouldn't be as evil, but he is. So all those guys come together, but the best bit in it, Chaz, when all the Spider-Men are in the same room, and at the end when they do the big battle, they're all together. Fighting as one, all the different Spider-Men, and that's totally spoiling it if somebody hasn't seen it, but that's, if you don't know by now that all the Spider-Men are for the different generations are in it. I don't think they're different generations because they're all still quite young, but this is definitely, because I lost faith in Tobey Maguire after you talk about it, Chaz, when he was in that third one, and he was doing all the dancing and that and walking down the street. Hey, oh yeah, and I'm saying, we must get a new Spider-Man. This guy's tragic, but this really got me back on side with Tobey Maguire. He was brilliant. I'd love to see another Tobey Maguire Spider-Man film now. After this, maybe it could be like pensioner Spider-Man. Swinging about with a Zimmer frames. But also, I should say, this is quite sad, isn't it, Chaz?
Yeah.
Did you cry? Well, no spoil that bit.
Yeah, sad. It's one of the sadder ones.
Aye, because the Tom Holland ones have been kind of upbeat, apart from Tony Stark dying, but I suppose
I'm worried there might not be another one. I'm
not really worried. I've seen enough of Spider-Man for the moment. I've seen enough of him swinging a boot.
In everyone there was like a shocker thing at the end.
Yeah. Was there no one at this? We never bothered staying to the end.
There was no, I'm talking just before, there was
revealed his identity. Cliffhanger, there's no, I wasn't there.
Yeah, it was just
kind of sad, downbeat ending a wee bit,
Yeah.
That reminded me of the other films, because all the other films, Andrew Garfield had tragedy in his, because his girlfriend died in it. what do you call him? Tobey Maguire had
Maguire,
tragedy in
yeah,
his, with his Uncle Ben dying in it and all that. So this is the first time that Tom Holland experiences a bit of a tragedy.
Yeah.
So it's a bit dark and it's a bit goes a bit kind of dark. But I thought there was some really good funny bits in it.
Yeah.
What was your thoughts, Chaz? You liked it. Who was your favourite supervillain?
I liked Doc Ock.
He was good, Grumpy. Grumpy Doc Ock, who's really a goodie, really into Doc Ock, just confused with his big arms and that.
No, it was because his weird arms was taking over, like...
That's right, they'd taken over his body,
It
his
even
arms.
happened in the Spider-Man PS4 game. It ended up, he didn't do it right and it got corrupted.
Oh, so you're bringing gaming into the world with the nice one, Chaz. Good background there. I thoroughly one of the best Spider-Man films, I think, it does, like, it goes right up like that at the start with the kind of comedy when Peter's identity is revealed, because that happened at the end of the last film, and it keeps building. Then it goes along in a line like that, and you're going, oh, this is starting to drag a wee bit. Oh, who are we going to show up? Andrew Garfield in an alleyway, then Tobey Maguire coming in, initially not wearing the spider costume, but then he gets it on, and it just makes the film, it's nostalgia for me.
Yeah.
It will be for you. I don't even, you've seen them on telly, haven't you, the Tobey Maguire ones?
I've seen all of them.
So, but we thoroughly enjoyed it. So let's get to the marks after spoiling all the film if anybody's not seen it. We're back. I forgot to say about that. There's a really good jokey bit about how two of the Spider-Men have got web shooters, mechanical ones, but yet Tobey Maguire's got organic webs that come out his wrist, and they get quite freaked out about that. That's a good bit that we couldn't have said if we weren't going to spoil it, but we have spoiled it, so we're saying it. I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5, end of the year film type, 4 out of 5. What about you, Chaz?
Say a 5 out of 5.
5 out of 5, he's back on track.
I think it's definitely going to be like, I'm feeling there's not going to be another one.
Do you fear this is the end of Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he needs a wee rest for now and let other kind of superheroes take over. Or, in fact, do we not need a bit of a rest for superheroes at the minute?
And another thing is, just in March, they're releasing a brand new, it's staying the same phase, but they're releasing a brand new superhero that was in it called
who?
Doctor Strange. Madness in the
God!
Multiverse.
I forgot Doctor Strange is in it. He's brilliant in it. Doctor Strange, aye.
Yeah.
So he's going to be in it, and so Marvel continues. It's like a steamroller. I thought that they'd give it a rest, you know, when Tony Stark died and all that. But no, they're keeping going. But anyway, until the next time, we shall say, I hope everybody has a happy new year and stays safe. And hopefully we can still keep going to the pictures. Who knows?